ask you this. About on the border. We're going to cover the whole field, but let me just ask you this. What if, whenever you try to solve a problem, you should always consider maybe doing nothing, because maybe doing nothing is the best approach. To me, what a border is paperwork.
Well, why is it every other fucking place has a border? Why is it the Vatican has their big fucking
I don't like
wall
that
around them? Why is it that Israel can have a fucking wall around them?
I don't think anyone should.
Why does Mexico have a border at their their southern wall?
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, I don't agree with the idea of borders. I think it's stupid. I think it's antiquated, and for lack of a better term, retarded. It's a bunch of paperwork. It creates a bunch of conflict. It creates like this underground horror industry. Just let people walk across. If you want to work.
So when seas of people come across the border that don't like us, I mean, I don't know. Do you see there are rape gangs? They're killing people. They're murdering people left and right. If these people even get picked up, they're let out immediately. Nothing happens. I mean, if they even try to deport them, they're right back in the fucking country doing the same shit again.
I just think that if a better world is one where we don't think about borders. That it's just
of course, in a utopia. But of course, in that same utopia, we could say that we don't need guns. Guns are bad, so we don't have any guns.
That's in the utopia. I mean, I think a lot of people use their guns safely, so I don't have the right to take them away. I don't like guns, but if people want to have a good time with their fucking gun, I don't, and they didn't do anything wrong to me or anybody else, I'd be a dick to try to take that away from them. I don't have the right. But I do think that I don't have the right, and no one has the right, to say you can't go over that line because I was born here.
No, but what about the people? What about the people for over all these many years that have been waiting in line to do it legally?
So
and then, I'm just coming over legal. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck America.
Let me tell you this. I paid back a student loan and it was painful, but I think all student loans should be forgiven immediately.
Oh yeah,
immediately.
Totally.
I know. Jen's telling me, Bernie Sanders said that. Everyone should be fucking saying that.
Bernie Sanders, the guy who said that white people don't know what it's like to be poor.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
He said that?
Yeah. What's up with that?
I mean,
know what it's like to be poor. He's fucking said that. And then he said bread lines are a good thing. Standing in line for bread is a good thing. If we go back to that, that's fucking awesome.
First of all, standing in line for bread is a good thing because it's shit and people shouldn't be eating except idiots that are waiting to stand in line. Bang, bang.
Well, when there's no other food, what's everyone going to do?
Yeah, man, there's got to be ice cream. All you need to do, listen, all you need to do to live is you get yourself a cow. You make friends with the cow. You get yourself a chicken. You make friends with that chicken. You got yourself an egg a day, and you got yourself all the ice cream you can eat and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Don't I have it made? But on the border thing, see, okay, this is what I believe the way government should form. I don't think any one person or any group of people, despite how rich they are and how they tell us they know things, is smart enough to place borders around and to generate a bunch of really wide-scale macroscopic rules for what to do. It should be people are just left to their own devices, and what they build naturally, how they self-organize.
Well, what if it's not the government that's even building the wall? What if it's the people on that border or where they say the border is that they don't want people just coming on into their property?
If it's their property,
you believe in property rights?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that the border's not my property.
No, but let's say you own the land that is on the border that's right there.
Well, they can't come into people's land, but I just don't think having a national border, having a place where people can't work. Like, why can't you just go work someplace else? You can't. Okay, what I'm talking about, what borders really are ways to keep people economically stuck. Because the idea is that you can go and work abroad and you can be competitive financially with other places abroad. But when you keep your workers trapped, this is from the basic economic theory. You need to have some sort of like permeable boundaries for labor and for goods.
Are you suggesting that people can't leave the country?
I'm suggesting that it is almost prohibited.
Oh yeah, well I mean, but we've seen the day when people were jet setting all over the place, But now, of course, with the TSA and all this bullshit terrorism, I mean,
I just
with
think that you should be able to get on a plane if you want to go work in Germany. Do you know what like? There's a whole big process of paperwork and all of that. If someone wants to hire you over there, go take a plane and go work. If you want to go work in El Salvador, go down there and go work. Go try to make a living down there. I'm not saying take anyone's land. I'm saying that if you want to go make a living for yourself and you want to better your circumstances, I have no right to stand in your way. And neither does Redneck Mickey with his fucking pickup truck. He doesn't own that land.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could go with the idea that no one owns land. You could say that we could have the Native American idea. Huh?
You can own land, but the border, like there's a place to cross the border. And right now there are dudes in outfits with guns who are saying, okay, you go through, you don't go through. And I think that if you just let the membrane become permeable, it'll sort itself out after probably a few months.
So what about all the trafficking that's taking place?
Because why are they trafficked?
Huh?
Why are they trafficked? Because there's a border. If you could just walk across, there wouldn't be an industry in shipping people.
People running the border, I'm sure, are corrupt as fuck. So, I mean, we could spin around on this for a while.
Why should somebody run the border? Why? Who's that person running the border? Who are they to say where somebody should work and raise a family?
But what about the people that were under the impression that you had to come here and do it legally, quote legally, and go through the certain process? I mean, what about back in the day? I mean, people had to come through to make sure they didn't have diseases. Now you just have people coming willy-nilly. We could have disease, to usurp the country. I mean, is that crazy?
If you want to look for mites for people on the way in, okay. But what the way it goes on right now is it's basically just a financial grab, and it's just a bunch of tedious paperwork and a power trip for a bunch of bureaucrats to be able to say who comes and who goes. And it's a way to terrorize people into like living under set circumstances. And there are some countries that do it more than others. Like the most extreme example would be North Korea. They have no permeable boundaries. And look at what they have. Shit. The more permeable the boundaries, the better it is.
So if you just had like holes in your walls all over and people could just come in and, hang out.
There's no wall. What? Why have it?
No. Walls to your house? Like, should you have a wall to your house?
Should
you have a door?
I mean, I'm not talking about your house. I'm talking about like the roads into America, like the public land.
Well, what about the road into your house? Because look at a lot of these people that are coming here, like the government, the man is taking people's property and giving it to these people.
I mean, what I'm suggesting, like, it wouldn't be very easy to implement in just one country, because there would be some immediate effects of people pouring through. But I'm saying that these boundaries are the problem. All it does is
why is it that you have many other countries that have borders and such, and they don't have nearly the problem that we're having?
Do they?
I mean, look at Poland. Sounds like they're doing great. they're in like a utopia over there, because they're like, no, our fucking borders are shut down. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. That's the thing. I just don't. To me, it just seems like a waste of resources to go and staff.
I mean, if you could get government out of it, fine. I mean, I hate government.
What are you gonna hire fucking GE to go run the board? No,
dude. Did you hear about? There was this dude, a veteran, that did a crowdfunding thing to fund the wall, and the money he raised, they then said, oh yeah, you can't use that for the wall.
I don't think I have a perfect solution. I'm just saying that I don't as a person have the right to say that part of the border that no one owns, you can't go over, because
I guess I don't see how it being more porous would make things better. Because really there's only so many resources, and once you have too many people, then all the resources get used up. No?
I mean, who do you think wants to come here?
All of these people I see flooding across the border.
Mostly it's the best of the best.
What?
Mostly
MS-13?
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not saying everybody that comes over is perfect, but I'm saying if you were to do the statistics on it, and I'm not saying I have that data, but I'm saying that most of them are the best people on earth, the most courageous, the people who want to do something, who aren't content to just fucking waste away in some horror hole.
Why not try to make it better where you're at instead of just let's go somewhere else and fuck it up there, you know?
I mean, historically, it never gets better in a place. It never gets better. Like people, you have to go to a new place, and I mean it's getting tricky in the 21st century to do this, but you go for new opportunities.
Right. So if it's so horrible here, then why do people want to come here?
Because there are still opportunities.
Right. So it's better than the places that they're coming from.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, it's not law and order everywhere. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect law and order here, but a lot of the people that want to come here don't want to come to destroy it. I don't believe.
I guess I'm seeing different things.